Hello, it's John Squared, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Lenovo Y520 1050ti model. The Lenovo Y520 is a mid-range laptop with GTX 1050 Ti graphics and an i7 7700HQ processor. First of all, the dimensions and build. The dimensions of this laptop is 380 by 265 by 285.8mm and weighs 2.4 kilograms. And the power brick weighs 700 grams, so it has normal weight and dimensions for a 15.6-inch gaming laptop and will be moderately portable. The laptop has a full carbon fiber-like textured plastic construction on the top and bottom, and inside it has a rubber-like plastic finish on the palm rest and plastic on the bezels. There is no deck flex and screen flexes minimally. The hinge is one-hand openable. The back panel can be opened with ease and does not have any hidden screws. Inside, you can see the CPU and graphics card. There are two long heat pipes running through both of them to the heatsink. The RAM is accessible under the aluminum shield. For storage, there is a 2.5-inch bay, which will be occupied with a corresponding storage option and is upgradable. The I/O is good overall, and it has everything that you would expect in a 15.6-inch gaming laptop, with only the exception of DisplayPort and Thunderbolt. The matte IPS Full HD screen is of poor quality, but it is okay for the price. The brightness is average with 250 nits, but the screen has a low contrast ratio of 700:1 and a limited color gamut of 59% sRGB. The screen is especially very lacking in the blue and red areas, making it look dull and unimpressive. The one good thing going for it is that it has a above average grayscale accuracy in gamma. The screen does not benefit much from calibration since the lacking color space cannot be fixed. The brightness control is very log algorithmic and achieves 120 nits at just 82% brightness. The performance of the laptop is what you would expect from the laptop with same specs. What is interesting is since the 1050 Ti's stock does not hit power limits, the graphics card can be overclocked to gain about 8% of performance. In extreme cases, when both the CPU and GPU are fully loaded, the CPU is throttled to the base clock of 2.8 GHz. This looks like it is due to power consumption issues since thermals are not over the throttle limit. Due to not very powerful parts being used, the thermals are good and acoustics are very good. The laptop rarely exceeds 44 decibels when playing games, and in stress tests, it peaked at 46 decibels, which is still very respectable levels. On Overwatch Epic, it does 60 to 70 frames per second and 70 to 80 on Ultra. Thermals were 80 degrees for CPU and 70 degrees for GPU at 44 decibels. On Battlegrounds High, you can expect 30 to 60 frames on high, and on medium, 40 to 60 frames per second. In OCCT stress test, the CPU maxed out at 84 degrees and GPU at 82 degrees at the ambient temperature of 24 degrees. Upcoming is the noise test. A normal person's voice talking at about 30 centimeters. The keyboard has a fairly long travel of about 1.7mm, is firm and gives nice feedback, so it is pleasant and enjoyable to type on. There is 3-stage red backlighting with highlights on the WASD keys. There is a numpad on the right, but it is positioned a key higher, and the delete, insert, and print screen buttons are located as a numlock function on the numpad. This allows for the use of full-sized arrow keys without sacrificing right shift and control, which some people may prefer. The trackpad is of a rather smaller size and is made of the same plastic as the palm rest. There are separate click buttons and it feels okay. The battery is relatively small at 45 watt hours, and it shows on the short battery runtime. This laptop has NVIDIA Optimus. The battery saving mode could not be turned on for the test, as this mode reduces max brightness to 80 nits, and the testing standard is 150 nits. It scored 2 hours and 30 minutes on PCMark 8 work test and 4 hours on 1080p video playback, so if you want to use it for extended periods of time, the charger is necessary. The speakers are located on the left-right hinges and fire directly at the listener. This will be beneficial for lap usage, as the sound does not get affected by the material that the laptop is sitting on. There is a lack of bass even to laptop standards, but the mids and highs sound nice and clear and seems to have only a bit of drop-off in the highs. Upcoming is a speaker test. So, the Lenovo Y520 has a small battery. It also has a mediocre screen, but in this case, the competition doesn't do any better at this price point. The laptop offers solid gaming performance, as you're able to play most modern titles at high in 1080p. Also, its enjoyable keyboard and quiet acoustics adds to the user experience. Therefore, the Lenovo Y520 is a decent choice for gamers on a budget. This was John Squared, and thank you for watching.